Imagine a local criminal. Let's call him Vikram. Vikram steals a car. The police catch him. He goes to jail, gets bail, and the cycle repeats. Now, stealing a car is a standard crime. It's a normal crime. But now, imagine Vikram is not working alone. He works for a boss. He has a boss, and this boss runs an empire of 50 people who systematically steal cars, bribe officials, forge documents, and sell those cars across state lines from state A to state B to fund a larger drug cartel. So here is a twist now. Suddenly, we are not just dealing with a thief, we are dealing with a syndicate. And under India's new penal code, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the government has a brand new terrifying weapon to crush them. Section 111 BNS. So today we are breaking down section 111 of the BNS, how it works, how the police use it, and how the courts prevent it from being abused. So let's dive in. Before the BNS, organized crime was mostly handled by specific state laws like Mokoka in Maharashtra. But section 111 of BNS brings this fight to the national stage. To lock someone up under section 111, the prosecution has to prove three specific things. The first, that there was a syndicate. The second, the means. Third, the motive. Syndicate. So let's talk about the syndicate. The crime cannot be solo gig. It must be committed by a group acting together or someone acting on behalf of a network. It, it's not be a solo gig, it should be committed by a group acting together or someone acting on the behalf of a group uh, on a behalf of a network. That means that a single person can also commit the crime, but he should be acting on the behalf of a network. For instance, here Vikram was stealing the cars. He was alone stealing the cars, but he was acting on the behalf of a network who was using this money to finance a drug cartel. Now, coming to the means. Now, the people who are committing the crime, they must use violence, intimidation, threats, or coercion. Coercion or threats. Now, step three, the motive. The ultimate goal has to be either it's direct or indirect. The ultimate goal has to be material or financial benefit. Either they should be doing it for the cash, land, or the power. That is material or the financial benefit. This section of 111 covers everything from contract killings and extortion to modern day threats like massive cybercrime syndicates and international drug trafficking. But wait, how do police prove a group is actually a syndicate and not just a bunch of friends committing random crimes? This is where the law gets incredibly strict. It requires something called continuing unlawful activity. So we are going to talk about here the continuing unlawful activity. So let's go back to Vikram and his boss. So to trigger section 111, the police have to show a specific track, a specific track record over last 10 years. First, the syndicate must have committed offenses punishable by 3 years or more in prison. 3 years or more. जिसमें सजा 3 साल या उससे ज्यादा हो. Second, that the police must have filed more than one charge sheet against the members of the syndicate within the past decade. More than one charge sheet. The police must have filed more than one charge sheet against that syndicate. And third, a court must have officially taken cognizance of those charge sheets. If police have filed any charge sheet, then court must have taken cognizance of those charge sheets. तो पहले तो एक से ज्यादा चार्ज शीट होनी चाहिए, मोर देन वन चार्ज शीट. दूसरी बात यह है कि उनकी कॉग्निजेंस भी कोर्ट ने ली होनी चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है कि पुलिस ने चार्ज शीट फाइल कर दी और कोर्ट ने कॉग्निजेंस ही नहीं लिया, चार्ज ही फ्रेम नहीं हुआ. So now if his crew, the Vikram's crew has the 10 years history, the trap snaps shut. Now they are officially they are officially an organized crime syndicate. If they have 10 years history of crime and more than one charge sheet has been filed in the court of law by the police against them and the court has taken cognizance of that, then the Vikram's crew is a part of organized crime syndicate because it's fulfilled the conditions of unlawful continuing unlawful activity. And if you get caught in that trap, the punishment under section 111 are brutal. The syndicate's action lead to the death of any person. If death of any person happens, the punishment is either the death penalty or life imprisonment. Along with the minimum fine of 10 lakh rupees. And even if one dies, just being a member, conspiring or facilitating the crime gets you anywhere from 5 years to life imprisonment. Now, even harboring a member or holding property bought with their dirty money can land you in a jail up to life. So the law is designed to dismantle the entire ecosystem from the boss, that is the top guy, to the one who is hiding money in the bottom, who is hiding money at the bottom. Now, because this law is so powerful, there is a massive risk of abuse. And what's stopping the police from slapping section 111 on a regular person just to deny them bail? Well, there is a check for that. The high courts are watching very closely because BNS is a brand new. Courts are setting strict precedents. And take the landmark case of Anshul Rana versus State of Himachal. The High Court made it crystal clear. The police cannot invoke Section 111 casually. If the prosecution failed to prove that the 10 years history of multiple former charge sheets, the organized crime charges is instantly thrown out. The prosecution failed to prove that 10 years history of multiple formal charge sheets, then this organized crime charge is instantly thrown out. And just recently, in a massive 53 crore cyber fraud case, the police tried to use Section 111 against the accused simply because they had multiple pending complaints across different states. The High Court stepped in and granted bail. The court ruled that mere complaints or ongoing investigation do not count unless the court has formally taken cognizance of past charge sheets within the 10 years window. So there are two things which are very important: cognizance of the charge sheet within cognizance of the charge sheet within 10 years window. And if that is not if this condition is not fulfilled, then it is not an organized crime under section 111 of the BNS. So the police cannot use section 111 as a shortcut to bypass standard bail procedures. So to sum it up, I'll say that section 111 BNS is India's ultimate legal weapon against organized mafias, cartels, and the cyber syndicates. But the courts are making sure it is used like a scalpel, not as a sledgehammer. If you found this breakdown helpful, you hit the like button or share the video with someone studying law or keeping up with the current affairs. And do not forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the law that shape our country. Thank you.